Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I am back with a winter TBR. It is my favorite season and I'm like really excited for it. Summer has not been the best time for your girl. I don't like the season. I didn't necessarily set up a TBR for the summer. I didn't read majority of the books that I wanted to read. Hopefully I'll do better with my favorite season. Most of them are very sad. Most of them are giving like poor daughter, which is like my favorite character to embody. Without further ado, grab a snack and let's get down into this video. Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. I've already read one Toni Morrison this year. 1930s America with a Macon Dead Jr., the son of a wealthy black property owner who has been brought up to reverie the white world. Macon learns about the tyranny of white society from his friend Kite, though he is more concerned with escaping the familiar tyranny of his own father. So while Kite joins a terrorist group of blacks, Macon goes home to the south, lured by tales of buried family treasure. But his odyssey back home, a deadly confrontation with Kite, leads to the discovery of something infinitely more valuable than gold: his past and the origins of his true self. This is not really telling me much. I feel like every single time I pick up a Toni Morrison book, I am stupid whilst reading the book. Love also, I felt extremely stupid like reading that book. Like I felt so dumb because most of the time, you know, Toni Morrison lives you in a cliffhanger. And so I'm really interested to read this book and actually feel myself if I'm actually stupid or if I just need to read her in a certain mood. Or this is actually kind of like a challenge for myself. Am I really dumb? Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this book. Second one we do have, this is gonna be for a book series. Not like a book series, like this is not a book series. This is gonna be a series that I'm doing here on YouTube. It is Under the Udala Trees by Chinelo Oparata. I feel like I'm probably the only person who hasn't read this book. A lot of people have loved this book. It's one of my book's friends' favorites. It is 1968, the height of the Nigerian Civil War, when Ijeoma notices a young girl following her home. Her name is Amina and she is Hosseini. Ijeoma is Igbo. Though they should be mortal enemies, the two girls swiftly fall into a revocable friendship, one that will shake the foundations of Ijeoma's faith, test her resolve, and flood her heart. I'm looking forward to reading this book. Zex and Dad did a blurb. I love it when writers give blurbs. It is a historical fiction. I will be learning. I will be in my daughter vibe, and I am kind of matching with this book. This is book number 2 for my winter TBR. On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. This book, it is between a mother and a son. It is written in letters form. It talks about grief, the story of like Vietnam during the war, and it serves as a doorway into parts of Little Dog's life his mother has never known. Episodes of bewilderment, fear, and passion, all the while moving closer to an unforgettable revelation. I'm interested to see, because I love books that talk about the mother and daughter relationship, but I don't think I've really read a mother and son. So this should be really interesting for me to get through and read. And hopefully I do cry, because your girl's in a big mood to do that. The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah. This is actually a book recommendation from Tori. I do take Tori's recommendations very seriously. So when she said, pick this book up, I was like, bet. This is not the cover I wanted though. This is also a historical fiction. There's a theme here. This story is about what it's like to be a woman during World War II, when women's stories were all too often forgotten or overlooked. I know. Vienna and Isabel are two sisters separated by years and experience, by ideals and passion and circumstance, each embarking on their own dangerous paths towards survival, love, freedom in war-torn France. It is a heartbreakingly beautiful novel that celebrates the resilience of the human spirit and the endurance of women. It is a novel for everyone, a novel for a lifetime. Okay, that is some big words. It is a novel for everyone, a novel for a lifetime. High expectations, high expectations. I'm gonna be learning quite a lot about different countries. Like with this one, it's gonna be France, and then On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, it's gonna be about Vietnam, and then the other one is gonna be about Nigeria. So I feel like I'm gonna be learning quite a bit. Period. Is by the infamous Hosseini, The Kite Runner. This one is a fan favorite. 1970s Afghanistan. 12-year-old Amir is desperate to win the local kite fighting tournament, and his loyal friend Hosseini promises to help him, but neither of the boys can foresee what will happen to Hosseini that afternoon, an event that is to shatter their lives. After the Russians invade and the family is forced to flee to America, Amir realizes that one day he must return to Afghanistan under Taliban rule to find the one thing that his new world cannot grant him: redemption. This one, we're going to be going to Afghanistan. I think we're going to be going to America too. This author is known to be writing about great historical fiction books, but really looking forward to reading these books. Another one, thank you. This is also a historical fiction. Mornings in Jenin by Susan. Palestine in 1948. A mother clutches her 6-month-old son as Israel soldiers march through the village of Ian Hod. In a split second, her son is snatched from her arms and the fate of Abulhawa's family is changed forever. Forced into a refugee camp in Jenin and exiled from the Asian village that is their lifeblood, the family struggles to rebuild their world. The stories unfold through the eyes of the youngest sibling, Amal, the daughter born in the camp who will eventually find herself alone in the United States. The eldest son who loses everything in the struggle for freedom, and the stolen son who grows up as an Israel, becoming an enemy soldier to his own brother. I think I'm going to enjoy that. Not only am I going to see the struggle of being under oppression, but also I'm just going to see it soldier's point of view, and I'm going to see it from the people who ran away. It should be interesting actually for me to read. Last but definitely not least, I will be punching everybody on the throat if I do not like this book, okay? Alone with You in the Ether, a love story by Olivie Blake. He is a doctoral student consumed by calculations on time travel, which he uses as a distraction from destructive thoughts. She is a bipolar counterfeit artist undergoing court-ordered psychotherapy. By the end of the story, these things will still be true, but this is not a story about endings. For Regan, people are predictably tedious, including and perhaps especially herself. She copes with the dreariness of existence by living impulsively, sometimes imagining a new alternative timeline springing from each rash decision. To Aldo, the world feels chaotic, so he's erected a wall of routines, a backbeat of rules. Without them, the framework of his existence would collapse. For Regan and Aldo, life has evolved, resigning themselves to society's expectations. But could 6 conversations with a stranger be the variable that disrupts the entire simulation? 6 conversations! Oh, that better be long ass conversations, okay? This is gonna be my first Olivie Blake. I thought I was gonna start with the Atlas 6. I'm really excited to read this book actually, and I better love this book, okay? I better love this book, because if I don't, I'm gonna be so mad at you. A lot of people have said Olivie Blake's writing is unique and so quotable, which I love. I love beautiful writing. When you break my heart, break it in the most beautiful way. We'll see if it's a hit or miss. As that is all that I do have for my winter TBR. I'm really excited to read all of these books, getting to my moody, drinking my hot coffee. I have missed my hot coffee. Wearing my sweaters, wearing my hoodies. I'm so excited. Please do let me know if you do have a winter TBR or like an autumn TBR, just like any books that you're excited to read. Do comment down below. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.